A sad ending to the story of a moose that was resting in the Palmer Pond since this past weekend. 22 News reporter Kate Walsh reveals what happened to that moose.
Unfortunately, I had to be the bearer of bad news for dozens of people hopeful of seeing a healthy moose in that pond. It was euthanized this morning.
Well, there's not a whole lot going on around here.
For 3 days, the quaint Three Rivers section of Palmer was a tourist attraction. A moose hit by a car Saturday night was wounded, finding food and rest in a nearby pond.
I could see more head, so like he was more up. And this morning, when I drive 20 of 6, I could see his body.
The environmental police were monitoring too and determined Tuesday morning the female moose was too wounded to save.
I feel really bad that they had to put him down like that and that they couldn't just kind of lift him out of the water, but it was probably best for him. He'd been in there for a few days.
Residents say this is a very dangerous stretch of Springfield Street. People are speeding around this curve, and that's where they saw the blood tracks all the way across the road and into this pond where they saw the moose resting. In the hour we were there Tuesday, dozens of cars pulled over to look at the moose they first heard about on 22 News. We had to tell them the bad news.
It really upsets me because, like I said, if they can put a prosthetic leg on an elephant and, they do all this wonderful stuff with animals, why couldn't they have tried a little harder to save a life?
I think they probably should have if he was in a lot of pain, not to make him suffer.
Environmental police said the moose meat will now be sent to local fish and game clubs, churches, and charities.
Palmer residents said they've seen many deer and bears in the woods by their home, but they'd never seen a moose before, especially one in a pond. Live in the newsroom, Kate Walsh, 22 News.